Well, hey folks, let me show you what I got going on over here. So this is the pump with the filter basket that I've always had. It's a pump, and you probably can't see it down there, but it's a filter basket, probably about a foot wide and maybe 10 inches across, something like that. And it houses like a foam media, a whole bunch of little ceramic disc type things in there. You know, it's supposed to collect all the crap in the water, which it does. And this pump will have to be cleaned depending on the time of the year, maybe every 2 weeks, maybe every week, maybe twice a week. This here is just pretty much a pump. It's a Harbor Freight pump. It's the 600, I believe it's 620 gallons per hour. Could be 720, somewhere around there. And I don't know if you can see, it's just a pump down there. Inside of the pump housing, it just has a little piece of foam just to prevent debris from getting to the pump. That's all. The reason I have the second one in here is to give it more water flow. This one's basically doing the filtering, but this one gets dirty so quick, I wanted to find another option. Now, I don't like the way this looks too much, my 5-gallon bucket here, but I'll probably try to hide it or do something with it later. Now, I can run this bucket off of this pump because it has an outlet, or I have another little pump I just threw in there. You can probably see it there. So that's a dedicated pump. And I have it going into the top of the bucket. And at first I had one outlet. One outlet wasn't quite enough. It was pumping in a little quicker than it could get it out. And eventually it would fill up and it would blow the lid off. It says it's a watertight lid, but it's not pressure proof, so it would blow it off. So I put 2 of them in there. Now you can see we have water coming out of both of them there. So what I have in here is I have lava rock up to about right here. Lava rock at the bottom. And then all this is all fiber fill. You know, the stuff you buy for inside of pillows or quilts or stuff like that. And from reading online, people say that is the media to use to filter ponds. So I'll kind of show you what's going on in here. You can see the water going in there. And it's already filtering. You can see a little bit of the green. I just started this. So the idea is this will filter all that stuff out of there. But I did have to put this higher than the pond. I originally wanted to put it down there and hide it. I have it sitting on another bucket. When I did that, the problem was because, you know, it has to pump itself up, then it would fill all the way to the top and it would blow the lid right off. So we're going to leave it like this for now. We're going to let it run and we're going to see how it works. Everything I've read said it should work great. I've seen these built a couple different ways. One like this with some type of rock or something on the bottom. I just chose lava rock. That's what I had. And it's very coarse. It should work good. I washed it real well, rinsed it before I put it in there. And then some people either have all fiber fill. I've even seen them go to the dollar store and get like those, you know, puffs for the bathroom, you know, for you to take a shower with, stuff it with that. The thing is, you're trying to stuff it with something that'll collect all the yuck in the water. But I've also seen some people where they've done rock, fiber fill, and then the top portion was all sand, and they call it a sand filter. And I do have a couple bags of sand, but I didn't want to put the sand in there. I wanted to see how this worked first because it would be harder to clean it all out if I had sand in there. So we're gonna try this first, and we're gonna see how it works. Should filter the water pretty well. All right, folks, we'll check back in a couple days or something, and we'll see how it's doing. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you've ever made anything like this and if you would make any improvements to it or anything. All right, folks, catch you later.